Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Shedmouth Junction. Thank you very much for tuning in. Last couple of weekends, we've been out at various railways on a Sunday, trying to make use of the good weather, shall we say. And today we were going to do some work in the shed and do some work on the layout and film some stuff for you. But something else came up, and I thought I'd come on here and share it with you guys. Only take a few minutes, so I won't keep you all afternoon. Okay, so how many of you out there, there may be quite a few of you, but I don't know, be interesting to find out, actually have a model railway outlet or model shop within your town that you live? I used to have one in Sandwich many years ago. Back in the 90s, we had a lovely little shop called Kingcraft Models. And when I moved to Sandwich, or when my family moved to Sandwich in 1985, I was literally 5 years old. Yes, folks, I am that old. And I remember going in there quite regularly as a kid. As I got into my teenage years and allowed to wander the town on my own without parental supervision, me and my friend Andy would walk down literally every single night without fail, down to Kingcraft, and it was a nightly thing. They must have got fed up with us because we was in there literally every single night. We didn't buy much because we couldn't afford to as kids, but just having a model shop was mega. You know, always going to have a little look around. Sadly, it disappeared back in the 90s, or late 90s, I think. Late 90s, early 2000s? I'd say late 90s, I'd have thought. Anyway, it's a real shame. Now, I had a little scoot around on the tinterwebs, believing that my nearest model shops were really, for model railway stuff, would have had Turner's Models in Dover. I haven't been there for many years. And obviously for me, living 20-minute drive to Hornby, that is been my go-to place, you know, straight to the visitor centre, and I can get basically anything I need from Hornby. And although they have predominantly new stuff, it's all brand new stuff, and you are paying obviously the top end prices for that, they do have regular sales, and that's where I've been picking up my little wagons for a £5, some coaches for £15, and that's been the majority of my purchasing over the last 12 months, and good old eBay, of course. I haven't yet bought a brand new loco because I can't afford one. They're way too expensive. What I can get, you know, for one brand new one, I can perhaps get 3 or 4 little second-hand ones. Happy days. However, this morning, or not this morning, but over the course of the last few days, done a little internet search, and one little place has cropped up that maybe we thought we'd check out today. So this morning, I got out of bed. Evie was full of, she suffers with hay fever, bless her heart, she really does struggle. And she was pretty this morning, not quite herself, not full of bounce like she normally is, and all that jazz. We did go out to visit this place, which I'll show you in a second, and she did pick up a little bit throughout the day, but she's back indoors now, not feeling very well. Anyway, once again, I digress. So let's have a little look. So I went online. So I found this place called Ye Olde Train Emporium. A really cool, funky name, and I thought, oh look, we're open 7-day weeks. We can have a look at that today. So we went off for a little adventure and found the shop, which is great. And I have to say, it was really well worth the trip. As soon as you walk in here, you know you found one of those special shops that really stand out amongst the crowd, you know. The first thing you notice when you walk through the door is that half the shop floor is taken up with a huge, really nicely presented layout. It's fantastic, you know, you can see that it's not just there for display too. I would say it's no different to maybe what a few lucky people might have at home. A bit of a work in progress, like a little layout that's being lovingly built up over time. And once you get over that, the size of the thing, you look around, and surrounding this layout are shelvings and rackings, literally stacked floor to ceiling with so many model railway bits. It's hard to know where to start looking first. Literally everything you can imagine, all nicely displayed under one roof. The range of product is fantastic, like I say, but what really stood out for me was that they cater for all railway modelers, you know, anything from like newbies like myself, if you like, and up to kind of like the most lifelong enthusiast. You know, there's something there for everyone. The massive range that suits all budgets. Lots of really good quality use, train sets, locomotives, rolling stock, buildings, track, accessories, scenic stuff. Blimey, they had literally box upon box upon box of individually wrapped and priced second-hand wagons, just trays of the things, coaches, you name it, it was there. And once we'd been inside for a few minutes, walked through the front door, a really friendly chap called Tim said hello, a really nice warm welcome. And all the time that I was there with Evie, he made us feel really at home, you know. We weren't in his way, and he let me ask some really stupid newbie questions. I didn't once feel, you know, intimidated by anything. I think we've all been in shops at some point and perhaps felt a little bit shy to say something for fear of looking an idiot, or don't really say too much. But honestly, it made me feel really, really comfortable. Shame Evie wasn't feeling that well. She went and sat in the car. She was really kind of struggling after a little while. But either way, yeah, definitely not the case here. Really friendly and welcoming environment. So yeah, top job, Tim. Good man. So to summarise then, all I can say is a huge thank you to Olde Training Emporium for, well, yeah, for doing what they do. Obviously, it's retail's a hard climate at the moment. I know that for my job. It's a hard job to be doing. And yeah, it's important to support these guys. So I'm glad I found them, glad to know where they are, and it is my new favourite shop of all time. So in other news now, like that, other news. Let's give you a quick rundown of things that I promised you and as yet have failed to deliver. Okay, right, so the first item on the agenda is part 2 of my EMU triang restoration. Okay, it's gone well, it's gone slowly, as everything does with me, but it's gone very well. So I've done the exterior, but I really want to concentrate on the interior. Now I'm looking for, I can't find anything, but I'd love to be able to find some references, some images of an EMU of that era, and to kind of like gauge what kind of colour scheme I'm going with. I mean, in my head, I would say maybe, I don't know, cream coloured interior walls, or would it be like a light wood? I really haven't got a clue. So if anyone has any images out there of the interior of a 1930s EMU-ish, 1930s, please let me know. It'd be great to find out exactly what I should be doing with it. So I've kind of stopped for a little while till I can find some pictures to paint the interior, and then I am upgrading the bogies as well. I'm trying to get hold of the driving wheels for the motor end with smaller flanges, and I felt like I wanted to upgrade the bogies with some newer versions. Now I think I found something pretty identical, and I've managed to get the old bogies off. I just need to work out a way of getting the new ones on. So a bit of engineering going on there. So I'll let you know in due course with part 2 once that is all done. I've also found in the box of bits from Steve, this one, another triang weapon, shall we say. It is, of course, the third coach, which goes in the middle of the 2 ends of the EMU. So once the outer 2, once the front and the rear part are done, I will then take this apart and paint this in the same colour, green and all that jazz. So I'm looking forward to bringing you that fairly soon. Secondly, my pannier tank restoration, which I don't know if you see my other social media, my Instagram, I posted a video of this thing sparking like a good one, trying to go around the track. It just didn't work. Well, I've kind of sorted that out now. Mechanically, it seems to be absolutely fine. I've just got to sort out the cosmetic side of it. I've got a plan for that. I didn't make a video of doing that because there's tons of these out there of how to restore that, and I'll put a link. Yeah, when I do the video for this, I'll put a link in the description for that, and then I'll just do a very short video of what I did with the body. That's a good plan, isn't it? I like that. See, I'm making plans as I go. Thirdly, Evie's project has been put a little bit on hold of late because she has been getting heavily involved in her end of year production, for which she has star leading role. So she has been practicing her lines, and I don't want to fill her head with this stuff as well as trying to learn that. So she's off that. She's off doing that. So yeah, her projects I hopefully get back on track again when we get into the summer holiday time, I'd have thought. And I'm going to love you and leave you, and I will see you next time around. Thank you very much for watching once again. And yeah, see you next time. See you later.